Cape. And now we cross to our reporter Anda Nqonji, who is waking up from this place and is joined by Sidney Fadi, a Municipal Manager. A very good morning to you, Ando. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to the show. I'm going to hand it back to you.
A very good morning to you. We are indeed coming live to you from Addo, one of the smallest towns in the Eastern Cape with a recorded population of just below 17,000. This town is actually very big in citrus industry, and if my camera could show you behind me is one of these farms that is set to employ hundreds of people seasonally and annually. Most people we spoke to even yesterday mentioned to us that they would leave their towns, for an example Port Elizabeth, to come here to seek employment, saying that this place never disappoints. But not to forget the fact that this town is also home to the Addo Elephant Park, which has been very attractive to tourists and to locals, and also has been an attracting point for many investors. But standing next to me right now is the Municipal Manager of the Sundays River Valley Municipality, where this town is based, Mr. Sidney Fadi. Mr. Fadi, a very good morning to you. Could you please tell us, obviously this town particularly is quite big in terms of attracting investors and in terms of developing the economy. Can you just elaborate a little on that?
Yes, you are correct that Sundays River in its entirety is a place which citrus industry is very big. You will understand that we are contributing to I think the second biggest economy driver in the Eastern Cape. This is where we are contributing to the GDP of the country, and definitely the employment is part of such drivers.
And you mentioned when we were having a conversation earlier on that you actually have seen a lot of investors interested in this area, mainly because of this town. Can you also dwell on that a little?
Obviously, investors are looking to invest where there is a potential for growth of their economy, and Sundays River, they have identified it because it is producing such quite quality oranges. And second to that, you will see that there is game farming that is also on the outskirts of this citrus industry, and SANRAL and the Office of the Premier have come to invest on the infrastructure to make it even more attractive to investors to take their investment to Kucha development, for an example, in order to take it to the outside world.
So I take it there's a lot of community development that goes into play in this whole thing. Can you please let us know what your role is as the municipality in developing this community and this town?
The role of the municipality is to make such investment possible through developing infrastructure, through getting and soliciting funds from the provincial and the national government to invest on roads, to invest on stormwater, to invest on all the things that will facilitate economic development. And it is for that reason that we have invited SANRAL, we have invited the Office of the Premier to come and invest their monies, which they did. And we are looking now to make accessible roads, because people would want, when they have got their products, to take their products to overseas, to take their products to the Kucha, to take their products to the harbour, to take it elsewhere. So it becomes important that the municipality play that catalytic role to ensure that all those aspirations are possible.
And within all this greatness, there are people obviously who are still crying and complaining that they still live in mud houses, and they still lack, despite the fact that this place provides employment and they are well taken care of. What would you say on that?
You must remember that when you have such developments, you get people flooding to that particular area, and therefore they flood in a pace that is far higher than what you could develop. And unfortunately, due to some other economic factors, not everybody is working. And therefore, in terms of creating sufficient resources for the municipality to be able to do all the aspirations that they are talking about, it becomes quite a little bit impossible. And unfortunately, if you've got people from as far as Lesotho coming to this area to work, they don't pay for services, they don't contribute to the economy of the area themselves, but definitely we are very happy with development.
We will have to cut you short. We're sorry about that. But that was the Municipal Manager of the Sandys River Valley Municipality, Mr. Fadi, saying that this place has attracted a whole lot of investors and that it contributes immensely in the economy of the Eastern Cape as a whole. But from me, Anda Nqonji, and camera person Natasha Makundulu, back to you in studio.
All right, Anda, thank you so much for your update. That was our reporter Anda Nqonji speaking to us live from Addo, which is our focus this morning as a small town of choice.